Hello there, my friends. I hope that you're all doing great today. I've never seen so many wild berries growing so abundantly. And the thing is, I'm not going to lie, I want an abundance of followers and views on these videos to spread the message of encouragement far and wide. So if you find any of this information useful and informative, then please do like and subscribe and share to spread the love if you so wish. I think we're all coming to terms with the fact that we've had various institutions and states recommended to us, marriage and work and diet and exercise, all these different things that we've been told. And I think we've always been trying to fit ourselves into them rather than actually admitting that human nature is far more expansive and varied than the handful of institutions that people have wanted us to be corralled in. And you know, you can look into the history of all of this, but I definitely do feel like people feel very lost with the status quo, and we have options. I think we have to start acknowledging that if we become more self-determined and understand our own individual motivations better, that we can make healthier choices and feel freer. I know that the reality and the extent of the reality is really dawning on me, frankly, that I've always felt incredibly put upon, and I've allowed myself to make decisions that are totally contrary to my own nature, and I realise a profoundly deep sense of peacefulness. That's what I've actually always wanted. Always wanted harmony in my life and things working together. But I have frequently felt pulled in so many different directions and I'll be honest, felt really attacked and vilified. And what I'm really, really learning is never really feeling acknowledged for the man that I am. Because I'm actually, oh look, we've got, can you see, where is he? We've got, it's good luck. I can't angle it round enough. There he is. Oh, there she is. Mr. Ladybug. Mr. Ladybug. You see, it's a good sign. Feeling acknowledged for who it is that I am as a man, a kind man, understanding and compassionate, but that doesn't mean that one has to be a doormat. There is a difference between responsibility and bearing the weight of things that people have just dumped upon you. I've talked a lot about saying no, which is important, but of course what we're all really searching for, our own individual holy grails, is what really suits our own personalities, our individual tastes and preferences, and actually being seen for them and rejoicing in that fact. Because I was taking my weekly jaunt around Chatsworth this morning, and towards the end of the tour there's a very, very grand library, and you look at this library, you don't actually walk into it, but you look onto it from a room called the Ante Library, A-N-T-E library. And about a year or so ago, they bought a brand new grand piano and placed it in this small anti-library. And I've walked past it many times. And today I decided to have a little play, and it was very, very enjoyable. But what I actually noticed was how I react to it physiologically. My heart starts pounding out of my chest. I can feel my forehead getting hotter, and it's an exciting feeling. It's an adrenaline fueled experience. And the thing is, in my past I've actually been a performer, you know, music, singing, dancing, being very, very highly extroverted. And in a way I've closed off that part of myself, that need, we might call it, or desire to be seen. I haven't decided which one it is yet. Maybe it's both, needing and wanting to be seen. I think we all want to be seen. We all need attention, positive attention, of course. But the funny thing is that in these moments of being very skilled, very, you know, technically talented, I realise I'm hugely censorious. There's always an internal monologue of judging myself and being incredibly self-critical. So, Martin, you're playing this piece too fast, slow down. And constantly picking at myself, which of course is why I've attracted the attention of so-called friends who are very, very critical people. You know, what we think, we become, and what we become, we attract. It's very simple, but I realise with all of my past relationships, including my ex-boyfriend, that I've become entangled in webs of people wanting me actually to behave in particular ways. And if I've strayed even a millimetre out of the plantation, I've actually suffered a huge amount of criticism and backlash. I would say all of which was unwarranted and unfair and unkind to me. And I never, you know, I grew up, well, I sort of came of age quite late, I feel. And in the internet age, you know, since Brexit and Trump and all of that jazz, that being online, we can actually become very, very, we can become disconnected. And the really good thing is to actually get out into the real world and stand up and be counted, be seen for doing these things. And this is the beautiful thing, that the last few therapy sessions that I've had, they've gone a lot deeper than I've been able to go, because I've found therapists that I really trust. And it's why I say that I want this message to spread far and wide, because I, of course, want to be a support for other men like me that deeply need that encouragement and acknowledgement of understanding that they're not completely alone in the world. But the relationships that I've had have been very isolating. They've cut me off actually from my true character, because I thrive actually from being around vibrant and interesting people. But I left London, I came back up here, and it's a slow and steady process, and you have to understand that as well. My therapist, every single session, every single time, beginning, middle and end, said, be kind to yourself. And for some reason in the internet age, you know, that we've had for the last decade, we're taught that this is very soft and weak and soy and gay, and it's like, okay, but you know, let's not forget that, you know, we're human beings with feelings and tendencies and desires, and they may not all necessarily match, but we can have compassion for each other without everything being so fucking extreme. You know, we can have a little bit of proportion bit of understanding, a little bit of sophistication. I'm just checking that my bank card is still in there. For a moment there I thought I dropped it, but I haven't. But yeah, chill. God forbid that we might actually relax, ladies and gents, and enjoy our lives as well as sorting ourselves out. And that's my mission, to bring those two together, to be an integrated man, to be authentic, and to do it in a leisurely and happy pace. Not rushing, no hurry, no stress. Peace, joy, and first, very, very importantly, inner connection. Being genuine, being who you really are. That's what I wish for all of you watching these videos. I wish that you have wonderful, abundant lives. That's why I like to share these videos from these wonderful landscapes, these wonderful locales, this beautiful countryside, and the promise of a world that you really want to live in for yourself. It starts with you, it ends with you, and whoever you are is what you attract. So be abundant, be kind to yourself, and live a peaceful life. So thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe and share to spread the love. And I will see you on the next video. Ciao for now.